Welcome to the channel. My name is Tucker, and today we're reviewing What Waits in the Woods by Kieran Scott. It's a horror drama about a few teenagers who go out hiking and end up being hunted down by a killer lurking in the shadows. While its premise is simple, it makes its characters shine more, and this book has a lot of good characters. This isn't a killing spree type of horror book, instead opting out for making your anxiety grow more and fear for the characters. I would recommend this to people who have been wanting to get into horror via a book like I do, but I wouldn't recommend it to those who do not like the whole romance drama thing. In this review, I won't be going over big spoiler territory, like who the murderer is or whatnot. I'm just talking about the overall beats of the story and the characters. So let's begin. The book begins with our main protagonist, Callie, a girl from the city who is an author, is hiding from some sort of beast in the cabin. This beginning has always confused me, for the beast is described as a hulking, snorting beast, similar to your typical horror movie monster, but it isn't even brought up again. She runs away from the cabin and bumps into her boyfriend, Jeremy, a science geek and part of the academic decathlon team, and two other girls named Penelope and Lisa, a shy girl who is addicted to her phone, and a bossy girl with a joking personality. We then start to hear noises coming from the woods, which causes some alarm, but not too much. Then we get a campfire story signifying a possible murderer candidate, but that also goes nowhere. My only gripe with this book is that there's a lot of plot points that just don't go anywhere in particular. The crew then goes hiking the next day, and then we start hearing more noises. At some point in the journey, Penelope and Jeremy accidentally fall into a river and is saved by Callie and Lisa. At night, they end up off the beaten path and hear a laugh up in the darkness. They make a run for it and end up bumping into this nice guy named Ted, a hiker who has been in these woods his entire life. He's probably my favorite character in this book, and it's a shame because he's suspected of murder for most of the book and for being a total stranger. They tell him about the possible murderer, and Ted is worried about them and tells them to follow him to his cabin, where they can get enough signal to call the police for help. We learn more about Ted and the other characters over the course of the hike, and they encounter more laughter from this mystery character. Nothing really happens for a while, but one night one of the characters goes missing, and you know what that means. A character who will go unnamed for now is dead hanging on vines from a tree. We then get an introduction to our next character, Zach, who is Lisa's girlfriend. He was worried about her, so he decided to watch from a distance. He decided to reveal himself around this time, and kind of inconveniently when they just found a dead body. Worried about everyone's safety since he doesn't want anyone else dying, he ends up joining the party with all the suspicions on him, for he could very well be the person who was laughing the entire time. The rest of the way up the mountain was kind of just a bunch of drama. Everyone suspected anyone could be a killer. We then get to the cabin, and that's all for now. If you just want to see my overall review and do not want to be spoiled, you can skip to this point in the video. I'll give you at least 10 seconds to do so.
Oh, I see why he wants to go home. Because he is stuck in the void. Oh, never mind! He went home! Oh, rest in peace, buddy! The Lord giveth, the Lord taketh away!
Alright, just to elaborate, Lisa was the one who was killed earlier, and Zach had been watching them and messing with them with evil laughter. He claims he only did it as a way to watch over his girlfriend, and he didn't kill Lisa. After we get to the cabin, Kelly goes upstairs and calls the police. She then hears two gunshots from inside. She goes downstairs and sees Zach and Ted dead on the floor. It's always the good ones who die. The killer reveals herself to be Penelope. Apparently, she had a relationship with Jeremy in the past, and when they broke up, it broke her mentally, and she had to go to an asylum for a month. She has to take meds in order to keep her sane, which was lost in the river from earlier. Over the course of this hike, she had then grown more and more insane. Now she wants Jeremy all for herself and wants to kill Callie. Cat and mouse ensue until Jeremy saves her. They come up with a plan to stall her until the police arrive, and thanks to the call earlier, the Rangers had already started looking for them 2 days ago, and is probably nearby. They stall it out for however long until Penelope gets the upper hand on Callie, But then all of a sudden, Zach appears. He managed to survive his wounds and has come to help Callie and Jeremy. Penelope, who was shocked by Zach being alive, becomes distracted enough for Callie to take her out with slamming a book on top of her head, knocking her out. Zach is brought to the hospital and survivors were brought home. After a month or so later, Callie and Jeremy go to school, promising to never go camping again and to visit Zach in the hospital after school. So there you have it. That's my review on What Waits in the Woods. This book has its highs and lows. The highs are the characters and how they were portrayed. Also, the overall anxiety made this book a whole lot more of a butt clencher. The lows are how they execute the ending. It's kind of came out of a nowhere situation. Then there are the plot threads like that hulking beast we saw at the beginning. I gave this book a 8 out of 10. Thank you guys for watching. See you next time.